So how much exactly have you been making over the last couple of months with remote closing?
Yeah, so coming out of January, it's when it kind of skyrocketed. When in a week I was doing like just over $3,000. So so far today, in January I did about 9,000. I would say £9,000. It works out in pound, 9,000. So that's about around $12,000 a month.
Wow, around 12K USD, 12,000
That's
USD.
right, USD. Yeah,
That's exciting, Azzah. Congratulations to your success. That's super great to hear. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. This is Markus Dunk here, and today I'm sitting with our wonderful client Azzah here from Scotland. And I want to chat a little bit with her today about her success stories, the good, the bad, the ugly, and yeah, also the entire journey and how far she has come. Over the last couple of months, she has been absolutely crushing with remote closing. So Azzah, welcome. Super excited to have you on board. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm excited to be here as well. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, excited to have you. So let's jump right in. So how much exactly have you been making over the last couple of months with remote closing?
Yeah, so coming out of January, it's when it kind of skyrocketed. When in a week I was doing like just over $3,000. So so far today, in January I did about 9,000. I would say £9,000. It works out in pound, 9,000. So that's about around $12,000 a month.
Wow, around 12K USD, 12,000
USD.
USD.
USD. Yeah,
that's exciting, Azzah. Congratulations to your success. That's super great to hear. So today, I just want to chat a little bit about, the journey, how far you've come. There are a few challenges that we had to overcome as well. So tell us a little bit, Azzah, like what have you done before joining our mentoring program? Like give us a little bit of an overview, where you at the beginning. Yeah, just share that with us.
Definitely. Well, my background was in like pensions and kind of investments more towards pensions. So I was originally planning after I graduated with accounts and finance degree to get into like financial advisor stuff. So as time went on, I wasn't really feeling that much fulfilled. And then I was looking for other avenues. And then I saw this digital marketing and tried to get into SMMA, all this kind of stuff. And then dropship and all that kind of stuff. And, invested in some courses and that. It wasn't really in terms of support, wasn't really there, to be honest. And it was more just a course, and it's more hard than what they're making out to be. But obviously, you need the right support, which I realise now in hindsight. And you just need to find the right one. But then I ended up getting into contracting, like for banking contracting. I was getting paid like about 120 a day, for example. So the most I'd earned was about, I'd say 1,700 a month. I would say, come to £2,000 a month before, and then I just felt like every day working 9 to 5 just wasn't happening for me. I especially after COVID. So after COVID, everything went kind of downhill with like the job loss, and then going for a divorce as well after that. So everything went downhill like at the one go, and then falling behind in arrears and that kind of stuff. So started compounding to the point they were like, they gave me a notice saying, you have to leave the property, and I was like, shit, what do I do? So thankfully I was able to I got another job in banking, but wasn't paying well, and I was like, this is just a hamster wheel going round and round, and I was like, I need to do something to get out. So with the support of family and stuff, and also I was going to originally come into appointment setting. I was like, I want to do that. And then also I saw strangely I'd seen you 2 years ago, but I didn't really know what you were doing or what it was, and then I just kind of ignored it. But and then at the right time, I just saw your post about remote closing, and I was like, what is this? Let me find out more, because it was nice seeing you traveling different places, and I'd really love to do that. And I just wanted to get to at least 10K in the beginning, because once you get to 10K, it means you can do a lot of other things. It opens more opportunities. So that's the reality. It doesn't matter if you do it through, SMMA, dropship, or whatever it is you do it. So what happened was I contacted you, and then I remember backing out a little bit, because I was feeling a bit scared. I was like, I wanted appointments in, but then I realized like there's more potential long-term in closing sales. Life is sales, and it's probably the best skill set I would say to learn for every human being. And the good thing about that is you can always go up to 20K months, 30K months, if people doing 70 grand months, which is like my next target to really expand it. But yeah, I then came to you, and then from there you accepted me in, and then we started my journey in closing.
Wow. Yeah, I remember perfectly the call that we had when we first met, and that you said, okay, Markus, but I actually also am interested in appointment setting. And I remember our conversation where we were breaking it down. Okay, so appointment setting is almost like a gateway to closing. So why not just start directly
Exactly.
with closing, right?
Mm.
So in hindsight, I mean, how do you feel about that decision?
I probably would have regretted it if I went to appointment setting. That's why I was feeling that regret after the call, like after I spoke to you, and then I thought I'm going to message Marcus again. I was like, I'm sorry, I know that I said I'm not doing it, and then I came back to you, and then I'm grateful you gave me a second chance. But I probably would have regretted it because I'd be delaying myself, to be honest. As good as appointment setting is, I mean, it's good, but I feel like it's kind of limited in income, and sales is a way to really expand it higher, to whatever you want, really, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there are like pros and cons to both skills, so to speak. But that's exciting. So first, you had a lot of challenges coming up. You wanted to find a way out of your kind of the rat race, so to speak, the 9 to 5 that you mentioned. And I mean, right now, where you currently at, let's talk a little bit about that. So what exactly are you doing right now? Maybe also for someone who doesn't know what remote closing is, like what exactly is it that you do? Share a little bit about that, as much or little, of course, as you want.
Yeah. So right now I'm working for influencer just now, and they deal with like marketing, like those kind of packages. So they're doing like high ticket closing, and each time it closes, I get a commission off it. So like some days I've made over 300 quid. Some days I've made over £1,000. On my birthday, I actually made £1,000, which was interesting. It's a good birthday present.
Great, yeah.
But that's what I do in a nutshell. Like we just, they get a lot of people interested, these influencers, and of course our goal is just to speak to them and guide them. So you're just guiding them and explaining why they need something to change their life. So you're like coming in and saying, look, this is where you are now. This is your goals. This is a gap, and this is a vehicle to get you there. And let them see for themselves what they need to change.
Gotcha. So you only need to talk to the people who are interested in the offer already, the marketing offer.
Exactly.
You do not have to deal with fulfillment or anything like that. You just have a chat. Hey, does that make sense for you? Is this the right thing for you?
Exactly. So I don't go and get the leads. The leads just come straight on my calendar booked. I just speak to them and give them the options, and then from there they decide, is this the right one for me, and that's it. So there's no hard closing as such. It's just having a conversation to a human, which is quite fun. So
absolutely. Okay, cool. So for you, it's more like a marketing service, a marketing company. They're offering marketing services to the marketplace, because that's a question that we get a lot. Who can I close with? Like, who are these? Like, what possibilities are out there? Are there a lot of possibilities out there? So if you're watching this right now and you're wondering, so that's one of it, what Azzah is doing with just a marketing company, marketing services.
So that affiliate marketing, digital products, that kind of stuff, they specialize in all of them. So it's just like teaching people how to start their own kind of affiliate marketing business, or teaching people how to start their own digital products and sell their own products, that kind of stuff.
Gotcha. So you mentioned you had $1,000 day, which is super exciting. Of course, if you do it once, you can do it a second time.
I've done it more than once. I've done it more than once. I did it yesterday as well.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
We're building momentum.
That's exciting.
That's exciting. So to get to that $1,000 a day, so for some of you who are watching this, that might sound like, oh my God, this is what I currently make an entire month. How can Azzah do this in one day? Tell us about like, how much do you work, or how much work is involved? Like, is it really that you work from 6 a.m. in the morning until 8 at night? Like, tell us a little bit about that.
I mean, I'm working longer than usual. I work kind of afternoons through to later night, just because I want to just get more practice. But see, to be honest, you could just work 6 to 8 hours a day if you want. You could work as little. The good thing is you can work whatever day you want. You can work as little as you want. You can work at the weekend. You cannot work at the weekend. You can work 4 days. Do not. It's so flexible. And the best part is you can be anywhere in the world doing this. There's your laptop, and that's a beautiful thing. And I need to meet you as well. One of my goals, come see Marcus before at some point as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to meet up with you. So looking back, like at our mentoring program, and like when we first met and you going through that transformation, like what would you say was the biggest lesson that you got from that, from our mentoring?
I would say like a couple, actually. I would say, well, the biggest one is just making that decision to do something, and to believe in yourself to do it, and go to the right people. It's all about network. I realized when I got introduced to you, and then I got introduced to other networks. I'm a current mentor as well, and just now, like, when working with him as well, I've skyrocketed results as well. But it's all about the network. It's you have to be around the right people to change your lives. You know, like if I wasn't surrounded by you and my current mentor, like if I wasn't around this network, I don't believe I would have still been at my job doing 1,700 a month. Stuck.
So really community, having the right people around you that are positive.
And got the skill sets that you want. You need to, because you are who you surround yourself with. So this has happened because I've been around people doing similar results. That's the reality of it.
I love that. Okay. What do you think have we helped you the most with in this process?
Definitely molded me to get to a level where I can start closing and prepping me for the roles, where to get them and finding the ways, and just really the support that's there. You know, the support is really good. I like the fact that constant role plays, that was needed in the beginning for sure. That was definitely needed in the beginning, and then from there, yeah, I would say the skill sets just to practice, and the fact you've been there throughout the whole journey. You don't just disappear. 10 years are always there. There's a question always there, no matter what. So that's what I love, the support.
Love that. Okay, so just that you always have someone in your corner. I remember also a few months back getting a few voice message from you popping in, you keeping me updated and adjusting. So this is great. Cool. So right now, I mean, you're in Scotland right now.
I'm in Scotland.
So what does your day-to-day life look like right now in Scotland? Or are you just doing closing or doing something else? Like tell us a little about that.
Good question. So right now, usually right now I'm doing closing because I'm getting better and I'm looking to move it up to 20 grand months. I'm focusing on getting better at that. And then what I'm looking to do is get into e-com now, potentially. I was going to do coaching, but I'd rather do it one step at a time. So e-com will be my next thing as a second source of income. And now I found the right people who know what they're talking about, have made hundreds of millions to and invest when the time is right to actually expand that. That's the next goal, to get the second source. Now, also, I just wake up, I go for a walk. I don't need to worry about, going to work. It's just waking up like that is it's amazing, because I can go to the cafe, just eat breakfast, do what I want, just feel so free, not restricted in any way.
Right. So for you, you really use closing also as a trampoline in your entrepreneurial journey as an entrepreneur to now venture into bigger projects or other projects as well, with the skill, with the capital that you're accumulating. And also, of course, with the financial confidence that you have right now, that, if something happens, you can always go out there, work with someone. You have social proof right now. You have a track record, you have history. So it's going to be fairly easy for you to, to find a closing position, even if the current one, at some stage will work out.
Definitely. I've got that amount of experience now that I'm happy where I am, and I'll be staying, building up and just getting better. But for example, God forbid something did happen, I could easily just shift and be like, I've got X experience, here you go. And that's it, no issues.
Yeah. One thing I still want to talk with you quickly about, because I hear that a lot. It's very obvious, Azzah, and I mean that in a good way, that you have an accent. So it makes you very unique. Right. So I remember we had a conversation about that as well. We're like, Marcus, I didn't know my accent. And looking back, your accent, how much of a challenge was that? Because I get the question all the time, right? English is not my first language, or I have an accent. Is remote closing for me? Is it just an excuse? What do you think about that?
I would say it's not really a big deal at all. I think at first it was people understand, but to be honest, usually Americans love the accent, the Scottish accent, to be honest. But I felt it was good. I found it's worked in my favor, to be honest. And it's totally fine. I mean, I've only had maybe one person that struggled out of hundreds and thousands in that whole year. I didn't understand again. I mean, that's nothing. It's fine. It is what it is. Some people can't understand you. In fact, one person probably didn't barely understand me, but that was it. Everyone, I've had no issues at all. I mean, I've closed people who barely understand me. We're getting along fine, and we close them. So, but generally speaking, accents no issue. It's just a mindset issue. It's just in the mindset, thinking that your accent's just a mindset issue. That needs to be worked on.
Absolutely, you're 100% right. I love that. Cool. I just want to touch on that, because I think that's important to also include in our chat, because that was something that a lot of people have questions about, and of course we talked about that as well. So agree with you. It's 100% just a mindset issue, right?
Exactly.
So what would you say to someone, Azzah, that is maybe not 100% sure about joining the remote closer mentoring, our mentoring program, where we help people, transition from a regular job to become remote closers. They may be considering joining, maybe already had a chat with someone in our team. They don't know if it's the right thing for them or not. Like, what would you say to someone like that who's maybe not 100% sure yet?
I would say firstly, they need to know what it is they even want, because like, money's not going to magically appear. You have to get a skill set, get good at it, and then implement, take action, not going back and forth doubting, because the more you do that, the more you delay. Like, because I was in the beginning myself like that, down when I came to you first, and had I backed off and not done it, like, the question is, where would I be today? I'd probably in my job doing. So it's going to just be like, go, like, understand what it is you want first, what skill set you want to develop. Do you want to do appointment setting? Do you want to do remote closing? Get a good mentor like yourself, and just jump in. And the most important thing is just be relentless, keep at it, and get discipline, because discipline is, like, I would say the mindset would be 80% of it. Have the right mentor alongside as well, because once you learn the skills, I mean, you have to develop them. Over time, you'll develop them, get better, and that's going to serve you in your favor. Like, as a result, I can just turn my laptop and I'm going to make money. Fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, just being relentless, like you said, sticking to it, developing discipline, and
take action. Just take action. Don't waste time.
Don't overthink.
Right? Overthink. Yeah.
Right. And it's also like, that's the beauty about remote closing. It goes so hand in hand with personal development.
Yeah.
Right. It's like a mirror. If you're just a sloppy person and you have zero discipline, it's going to be challenging. You have to transform into a different person, to really become successful. Whether this is, like you said, remote closing, appointment setting, an agency, or whatever. The only big advantage that I see with learning a skill compared to starting a business from scratch, for example, for you, that's going to be the next step, is if you learn a high income skill or skill set, you only have to get good at this one piece in the business instead of needing to learn all of the different skill sets that are out there to make a business fly.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. And that's true. I would say that's completely true, because when you're trying to start your own business, like I was trying in the past to do, like, drop ship and all that stuff, like, it's, if in hindsight, like, I probably would have done it sooner. I would have saved me a lot of time, a good couple of years, to be honest. But I do believe things happen for a reason. It was the right time to meet you and go through this and change my life. And it's amazing, because not long ago, I'd like, I don't know if you know, Sam, it's like when you have your chapter of your life where you put you're here, and I used to write 10K months and I was nowhere near it. But now I've read it, and it's quite funny when you look back and say, yeah, I've just made 10K months, and you take a picture and you put it, and then you put the next goal and you look at it every day, and it'll be 25 grand months, or 20 grand months, and put that now. When you get there, it's like, it just feels like kind of butterflies, like, on there. I'm trying to think of the right word, but it's like, it is slightly nervous, but it's also exciting when you see it happen. Do you know what I'm saying? That kind of, that's what I mean by butterflies, like, as in, just really, like, it's like you can't believe it's real. It's like it's surreal, that kind of thing, but it is real.
Yeah, it's like first of all, the time goes by anyway. So if you set these goals and then the time goes by and you go through adversity, you go through the struggle, and and oftentimes just one moment or one thing, one person that you meet, and that really changes the course of your life so much. And then looking back, it also gives you confidence, because you're looking back, okay, I had these goals here, and now I'm here, and I'm there. And now the next goals that I'm setting for myself, you have already a track record, right? You already have the character traits developed, you yourself, to make that happen, right?
Absolutely.
So I'm also super excited what's next to come, and to continue to follow your journey, and how you're gonna grow in the future. So Azzah, to wrap things up, is there anything else that you want to mention before we wrap things up here?
I would just say, like, for anyone considering, like, don't overthink it, for sure. Like, it's not going to magically appear one day. Like, you have to put the work in, you have to get good at a skill set, and trying it alone is tough without a mentor. So definitely get a mentor who's already where you want to be, and just keep consistent, and get into the right network as soon as you can. And work in stages, and just be relentless. That's what I would say, and just keep going until you get there.
Absolutely. Yeah, great words to wrap it up, Azzah. Really appreciate you taking the time today, chatting with me about your journey and some of your experiences. And congratulations one more time to your success. I'm pretty sure you're going to continue to crush it going forward, and 2023 will be even a bigger year for you.
Yeah.
I know it for fact. And yeah, thank you so much for taking the time, Azzah.
Thank you so much, Markus, for the opportunity.
So if you're still watching this until the end, first of all, congratulations to you as well. And if you can relate to a few things that we were chatting about here today, or you might be interested in learning a high income skill like Azzah did, whether that's remote closing or something else. If it is remote closing, we might be able to help you with that. So we're going to put a link down below where you have additional resources, my Instagram, you can get familiar with the content, or as well, you can straight away book a call with either me or someone in my team. And then we can see if we can help you out as well, like we did with Azzah here. So thank you so much for watching. Azzah, thank you so much for your time. And I see you in the next one. Bye-bye.